Greeting you guys. I had to get on here and give a live review of Porsche Family Matter. Basically, we're to the point where Portia and Dennis are trying to come up with a co-parenting plan. They set up a dinner to actually discuss it. It goes left quickly. The thing they're really having a problem with is the fact that Dennis was to the point where he basically was telling Portia that he did not like the setup as it was. Portia's rebuttal is that he really didn't like the fact that she was trying to reiterate Simon into there. Basically, what she was saying was that Dennis wanted to basically have a say so, but I guess he didn't want Simon to really say nothing because basically what Dennis said out of his own mouth was that they act as though Pilar is not his child, which he is. Dennis was to the point where he basically threatened Portia and told her that he will take her to court, that it won't be a verbal family plan, that it will actually be something iterated by the judge. Basically, what Portia says is that, Dennis doesn't do anything but pay for Pilar's schooling. He basically tells her that there's nothing wrong with either side of the table when it comes to money. He said you'll have no problem taking care of his daughter. He just don't like her reiterating and trying to take over. They basically didn't get anywhere. The waitress was trying to bring out their actual food that they ordered. Simon's to the point where he gets up. He's very irate. He tells the waitress just to, he doesn't want it. Basically, I think he wanted to get it to go. Uh, Portia was to the point where she was trying to come to an agreement with Simon, but I think it's one of those things where it was like beating a dead horse. Simon more or less let his ego got in the way. I think it was one of those things where they could have come to an agreement if they would have just sat down and listened to each other instead of trying to overtalk each other. Basically, he asked Portia what's going on with her as far as the house. She tells him yes, she did find a house. Her and Simon. He asks her where they are moving. She says in the city. Basically, I think it's one of the things where I think Simon wants to know too much as far as their home situation is concerned. I don't know whether or not she's trying to tell him ahead of time that he won't be welcome there. Because basically, what she said was, you just basically gonna drop her off. I don't know if she's gonna have him in our new home that she'll share with Simon. Simon also lets Portia know that he did officially get the divorce from his wife. He shows her the paperwork. Portia is actually happy about that. She basically says that now that they've moved forward with signing the papers for the home, now she can get in there and get settled in, and most importantly, she can get ready to look for wedding dresses. I guess she's to the point where she's ready to finalize their wedding plans. It's to the point where it seems like everything is going okay as far as her and Simon is concerned, but she's having a lot of riffraff when it comes to her actual child's father as far as their co-parent is concerned. I think the main thing stems from the fact that when they went to Mexico, they actually had a brawl where basically they got into it, and I think Simon hadn't got over it. I think Portia hadn't either. Basically, Simon lets Portia know that his mom is very upset by what happened. She doesn't like being in the dark when it comes to things concerning her granddaughter. Uh, Portia basically lets him know that yes, she did go into this trying to make amends with them, but she did not see that it was going to go left like it did. Also, it was to the point where Simon actually showed up to Portia's aunt's event. They were having Hosea feed the homeless thing. They raised money to actually get a center, and they got a facility that was big enough they actually could feed the homeless. They had a warehouse in there. It was actually big and huge. The ribbon cutting ceremony was real, real nice. They invited everybody in to do a walkthrough, and they actually fed everyone. Portia was not able to attend due to the fact that Pilar actually became dehydrated and really, really sick. So she had to go to the actual ER and get IVs. She first wasn't eating. Then they gave an update where they said basically she did start eating and she got to the point where she actually asked for lemon pepper wings, which lets them know that she was going to be okay. But yeah, the event was really, really nice. Simon was in attendance. A lot of the family members did show up. Seemed like everybody was really great, having a good time. They were glad they would actually do the event and they were actually able to feed the homeless, which was a great thing. People don't know Hosea is actually Portia's grandfather, and that's who the foundation is, and that's who the actual center is named upon. Portia did a lot of things in the community concerning this particular organization, especially when I first heard about it was when she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She did a lot of things concerning that, and she was really, really proud of the fact that she was carrying on the legacy of her grandfather. But yeah, it's great to see that they're giving back to the community, especially the homeless. Feeding people they need. Help with stuff like that. So that's a great thing. They're able to be an asset to the community in that aspect. The aunt act like she was very, very glad to do that. But what she didn't like was the fact that Simon came at her sideways about something that happened in Mexico. and basically said something about he didn't think that the family treated Portia right, something to that effect. The aunt was rebuttal in the actual room was that yeah, we treat her very well. I don't know why she felt like Simon would say that, and she was very irate that he even thought to say something like that. But it is what it is. I don't think they was gonna have a brawl about it. They just had a disagreement. It is what it is. But that was great to know that Simon did come out to support them, even though Portia could not be in attendance. But yeah, you could tell that this episode was gonna be a little shaky because we were to the point where we get to the elephant in the room about the brawl that happened in Mexico. Everybody's trying to, have their little say so. They trying to, see make amends with what did happen. Everybody's in their feelings. It is what it is. But I was very shocked to see that, at first they were okay as far as the co-parent was concerned. Now they're to the point they want to put the judge in it. So it's gonna be messy if they decide they want to do that route. Now, Portia did say something about they maybe could put days on the calendar, what days they wanted to have Pilar. Basically, I don't know if it's to the point he agreed or not, but I know he did. Like I said, got irate. I think the main thing about this is that he don't like the fact that he got as much control over Portia as he would like when it comes to Pilar. I think he also wants control over her personal life, which he feel like he's not gonna be able to have that no longer, and that makes him very irate. Now, me personally, I think that Portia and Dennis still love each other. That's just my opinion. But my thing is, I don't know. We'll have to see. Now, she's saying that she wants to go along with Mary and Simon, but we'll have to see. The jury's out on that one. My thing is, I think she needs to get over her unresolved feelings for Dennis because you can tell still a lot of tension in there. And it ain't because they're fighting. It's just the point. I think they still got unresolved feelings for each other. I mean, it's okay to co-parent, but look like he want to be a part of her life, period. And you can tell when he's not to the point where he can't do that, he feels like she's rejecting him and he gets irate and he gets mad. But it was a hot mess at that actual meetup they had at the restaurant. They did get a little loud. Patrons were looking around at them like what was going on. My thing is, just was a little meetup that went left. But it is what it is. Hopefully, they can come to agreement, especially for the sake of the little girl, because she needs both parents in their lives and she needs it to be in an actual positive environment. Now, I don't know how Simon gonna feel about him being in that particular aspect as far as the home life is concerned, because Simon hasn't said yeah or nay about that. But it seemed like for some reason Simon and him are very very close. Now, the aunt did meet up with him and actually asked him about donating hot dogs or something like that. He said he would be able to do it, just let him know how many, but he would not be in attendance because he was on his way to Chicago. I think he said he had some type of business meeting up there or whatever. But it is what it is. It was one of those things where I think Dennis thought he was still a part of the family. He don't like the fact that Portia is pushing and pulling him the way she is. He didn't really want it to be a rift in the thing, but I guess it is what it is. Now he got to face it, and most importantly, he got to deal with it. But nobody's to the point they even apologize for what happened. They really are not coming to terms with what happened. That's the main thing that I don't understand. They at least got to understand what happened, and most importantly, they got to be, to the point they got to say, "Hey, I did this, you did that," so we come to an agreement. But they made it about the fact that it was about co-parenting, which it really was, but it wasn't. It was one of those things where they need to be grown people, and most importantly, realize what the problem is. It's not really about the co-parent; it's about two grown people that really can't control their emotions. That just is what it is with me. But yeah, this episode was really, really good. It wasn't as bad as the other episode. At least nobody putting hands on each other. They did get to the point they did. Like I said, they didn't get physical, but they did say some things out of the way to each other. But like I said, it's still I think a lot of pent up emotion and ain't concerning the kid. I think they still got some issues resolving from their actual in other words, the fact that they're not engaged anymore, it has a lot saying on, especially she's moving into this new chapter of life where she's supposedly engaged to Simon. But we'll see what it is now that she has the green light per se. Now that he actually is officially divorced from Fallon. But yeah, it seemed like he's really happy to know that actual divorce was finalized. He couldn't wait to tell Portia about it. So we're gonna see what it is. We're gonna see if they move forward with the plans, and most importantly, we're gonna see if they actually do get married. But actually, they're saying that the home they did buy is actually gorgeous. I heard saw pictures of it. People have talked about it. It is a big, great mansion. But we're gonna see how Portia plays her role, and most importantly, see what she does as far as this new chapter with her and Simon. I guess you gotta understand that no matter what she do, she still gotta deal with Dennis. They need to become cordial at some point, especially for the sake of the little girl. But yeah, this episode was really giving. Like I told you guys, I actually liked it because to the point they weren't doing all that arguing and fighting. It was trying to be at least attempt to be positive. Lauren made her debut. She, does what she does. She just, speaking to Portia. She didn't really have a lot to say in this particular episode like she did the last one because the last episode she was basically heading up the trip or whatever, letting the people know what it was, this and that. Now I think she's just trying to be a mediator and basically trying to stay out the way, I guess, if that makes sense. Yes, and Lauren was attending at the actual event for the Feed the Homeless event. But I hope that everything goes good with them, especially with their new charity, and most importantly, hopefully Portia and Dennis can come to agreement for the sake of the kid, and we'll see how Portia moves along with her actual new life with Simon. But yeah, you guys, I just give you guys a little snippet of the actual Portia's Family Values is episode. I'm sorry, season 1, episode 3. It's actually pretty giving. We're gonna see what the next episode is giving or whatever, and see what we can come up with. I hope you guys are liking my reviews on this particular episode. I did one once before. It got a lot of comments. Hopefully this time you guys will like and most importantly comment. If you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe. I appreciate the love over here on this channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good night.